Hello and welcome to this edition of the TPC Rivers Bend GM video update. I'm Jack Hunter, your general manager, and I'm here with Ian Schlatter, our golf course superintendent, to talk to you today about golf course care. Golf course care is everyone's responsibility. If you play golf, you're responsible for taking care of the golf course. And there are 4 key things that you need to do every time you play to make sure you're taking proper care of the golf course. Ian, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but those 4 things are replacing your divots or sanding them, repairing your pitch marks on the green, raking your bunkers, and finally, obeying all golf cart rules for that particular day. Correct?
Correct.
Those are the things. So, just real quickly, I want to talk about replacing divots, sorry. So we have the ability to replace a divot, and we have the ability to use sand.
Correct.
We're going to get to a divot in just a moment, but what is your preference? And we'll show them which one's which here just in a second.
80% of the divots that are taken out here will probably be using sand to fill them back in. If it's a real thick divot with a good amount of soil still stuck to it, go ahead and try to fit it back in as long as it fits the entire width of the divot, and then that way our fairway mowers won't pick them up and shoot them out.
Okay, very good. So if you're uncertain as to whether to replace it or sand it, just sand it. At the very least, every divot should be sanded, because that makes Ian and his team's job much easier to make sure that we're getting them seeded and regenerated to be a nice fairway grass once again. Now we're going to take a look at some divots and show you how to replace and how to sand. All right, Ian, so here are 2 examples of divots. Let's show our members what you would prefer on each one. Let's start with the one on the right first.
Well, Jack, the one on the right is definitely have some soil still attached to it, and it will definitely fit right back into the hole that was made. And so if you can simply just place it back in there, tamp it down with your foot, and it'll be smooth again, and will probably take and not be picked up by the mower.
And about how long under good conditions will that take to regenerate?
Good conditions, you probably won't notice it in about 5 to 7 days.
Okay, very good. And the one on the left, obviously not quite a perfect divot, so on that one you would suggest what?
On this one we would suggest sanding. This one has already been broken, doesn't quite fit back in there, doesn't have a lot of soil left on it right here. And so because of that, simply just take your sand bottle, fill it in, give it a nice little tamp with your foot, and that also saves the mowers as well.
All right, Ian, so now we're on the green, and we've got a perfect pitch mark here for you to show our members how you would like to see them repair the pitch mark in order for the fastest healing process and the smoothest greens that we can have.
Here we have a general pitch mark. It's been a ball that's been pretty much hit straight on. It's got a depression here, which means it's pushed out the soil this way. So we want to work the soil on the edges, all around the edge. You never want to pull up like this. Any kind of twisting action is fine with your repair tool, and kind of just working, kneading the soil. And then once you get it worked around, simply take your putter head or your foot, tamp it out, and you got a repaired divot.
All right, you may have noticed that Ian was using a tee to repair this particular pitch mark. You can use several different things: a tee, a divot tool, a key, anything that you can put into the ground and work around the divot or the pitch mark, as Ian stated. Why don't we want to lift up?
Jack, we don't want to lift up, because if we lift up, you're actually ripping the roots right underneath that ball mark, and a poorly repaired ball mark actually takes longer to heal than a unrepaired ball mark. So we want to make sure that we're working that soil around and tamping it with the bottom of your foot or the bottom of your putter, and so it's a smooth, flat surface for the next group coming in, and then the green in the next few days.
So to be clear, we're not suggesting you don't fix your ball marks. We're just saying you should fix them properly. All right, so we've talked about replacing divots, repairing pitch marks. When you rake the bunkers, very simple. Do it, first of all, and make sure that you rake your area that you hit the ball from, and also all the way back to the edge of the bunker and into the grass. Don't leave footprints in there either. You want to get the strike of the club and also your feet as you're walking out. And then lastly, following the golf car rules. If we are on the paths on a particular day, it's for a reason. It's because the golf course is not in a condition that will allow the carts to be on the fairways without potentially damaging the turf. So that's number one. Number two, you may notice on the golf course this year we've added 2 blue stakes, one at the beginning of the hole and one at the end of the hole. And Ian, what do those indicate?
Those are your entry and exit points for each part of the fairway. We'd like you to try to stay to any side of the blue stake at the beginning of the fairway, drive down the fairway, and then exit at the other blue stake towards near about 30 yards from the green.
So stay in the fairway as long as you can between those 2 stakes, but look for them because they will move to eliminate wear in one certain area of a hole. And also please pay attention to the signs that are in the fairway directing you back to the path. Ian, thanks for spending some time with us today. Just a reminder, golf course care is your responsibility. It's everyone's responsibility who plays on the golf course, so please replace or sand your divots, repair your pitch marks, rake your bunkers, and follow the golf car rules for the day. If we all do that, this golf course will be in even better condition than it always is. So thank you, take care of the golf course, and have a great day.